You caught me. It's Tech Talk Taco Tuesday, live from Valley of the Dirt People. We've had a couple of weeks off. This is going to be a great show. My name is Jimmy Lewis. I got Matt Mattoon over here pushing buttons and
fixing camera angles.
You can blame Logan. Logan actually framed me up completely off. I was cut in half.
Yeah, I did notice on his episode that...
Little camera mishaps.
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah, we got it fixed. So this show is brought to you by a lot of sponsors. You'll see them going over on the back of my head. Of course, Yamaha being one of our primary sponsors, but that's not going to stop us talking about our number one subject tonight, the Kove 450. The Kove.
The Kove.
Kove.
The dealer said the Kove.
Okay, whatever you want to... The dealer. There's a dealer?
Yeah.
Or the importer?
I thought it was a dealer. A dealer that the importer was connected to.
Right, at the Tour Tech Rally. So we've been gone, but Web Bike Jim actually asked a really good question, and we're going to start this out. So Web Bike World Jim on Instagram says, "Hey man, my question is first and foremost, is this good enough on road to be considered an adventure bike, or is it just another dual sport?" Matt, answer that in one word.
For the Kove?
Yes.
I would say yes.
Yeah, how many miles we did 1,500 miles on it.
Actually, it was kind of uncanny.
It's probably, in all honesty, and now I know why. I know why it's such a good on-road adventure bike.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do hardly any road at all on it. I rode a Tenere.
Yeah.
So I was going to say the same thing. Yes, and I think it's the weight.
Yeah, that thing was really stable on the road. As someone who has pretty much only ridden dirt bikes, and I've ridden 250 dual sports on highways, this thing was really stable.
KLR 650.
Yeah.
You've ridden a lot of my different bikes around.
Yeah, but not on the highway like that.
Like long
distance.
Long distance.
Yeah, and I was impressed by it.
Yeah,
it was pretty stable.
Your ass was hurting.
My ass was hurting at the end of the 16-hour day.
Yeah, 16-hour day. He had a little.
Which I need more of those. That was actually kind of fun.
Right. So anyhow, Jim, hopefully that answers your question. The answer is yes. You're never. So I think it's going to be as good on road as like a CRF 300 rally, like as far as comfort, and that's a very comfortable bike. I think it was. I'm thinking about KLR 650 right now, and the KLR has a mushier seat. And you could probably, and the seat in the Kove was pretty good too.
Yeah. Like literally, it was only at the end of the day, at the end of the days where I was starting to feel it, and then the end of the 16-hour day was when it was just actually like, okay, I'm actually uncomfortable.
Yeah. So Kyle McCoy on Instagram says, question on the Kove is fairly simple. It finished the Dakar, so it's clearly good enough. It's 1/3 of the price of the RFR, which is the KTM rally bike. That's actually nearly impossible for a regular person to get. But anyways, so the question will be how many will be available, and is it possible to buy any parts? So I was told that there's about, I wrote notes down, that there was about 150 to 200 produced. Like that's how many of these things there are currently or were produced in this initial production run. They're making another production run, and they have a couple different variants. They have a low one, a tall one, and then they have a rally spec one. And you can go on the website and just search Kove USA and a Kove, and there's the information on it. It's not super in depth, and we'll get into this a little bit later. We'll definitely get into it in our full review video, but I heard, and Kyle was over there, so he may have seen this, that those guys were riding very carefully and very slow in Dakar, and the only objective for them was to finish, which they did. They finished all three bikes. Mm-hmm. They've been doing some other rallies. They did some rallies over in China. They came over here and did the Sonora rally. They've been out, and the owner is serious about this stuff. They would like to do good. They've announced that they want to, get up in the top 20 next year, the top 10 the year after, and then start competing for podiums. They've literally announced this. So I'm pretty sure that parts availability. It seems like the importer he's been doing Chinese mini bikes and stuff for a while. He's familiar with this business and the relationship. He is able to get parts for those things. He's confident he's going to be able to get parts for these. It seems like they even go to the level where they kind of source some better parts sometimes, because there's a lot of stuff that we'll call it knockoff. And we'll kind of get into that a little bit. Definitely in the test we'll talk about it, because when I first saw it, I looked at it and said, okay, they copied a KTM. Then I looked at it closer and it was like, no, they didn't really copy a KTM, because the motor is their own. And they upgraded the motor from what it was. It's a very common bottom end that I'd seen before, but they upgraded it. Now has a dual overhead cam on it. So it has like a high performance head on top of it. And then you start looking at it, it's like, wait, this is more Honda than it is KTM, at least underneath the shell. And the motor is more, I almost want to say Yamaha. So it's a, and then you start looking at how they fasten things, and it's not typical Chinese stuff. It's kind of like it's the next level, and we'll get into that. We did an oil change. We weighed it. We did stuff. And Johnny Beltford says, why would anyone buy a Chinese bike? Well,
I mean, for the price,
affordable, number one.
Yeah.
The price is, so it's $9,000, it's $10,000, and you're not even going to touch anything close to it, in the price range. Like, if that's the direction you want to go, and I'm not talking about the racing direction. The racing one's $12,000, and it comes with, a real rally fairing and tower and different stuff like this, but. The one we tested was the adventure bike version. It was the one that they're hoping to get homologated and street legal. And so it had a catalytic converter in it. It was tuned to run and meet emissions standards. It sure as hell is not going to meet sound. I know this because the intake noise is too loud, but the muffler is actually fairly quiet, actually really quiet. But, if you would have asked somebody in 1971, why would anybody buy a Japanese bike? It's the exact same question as what you just asked there. I mean, they're coming around, and as much as, I'm probably a little concerned about what China is doing overall, the instrument cluster, It could be one of their attack plans. It's like they've got all the kids, so they're gonna. I figured this out today when I was thinking. And if you don't believe me, just wait 5 years. They'll activate the kids through TikTok. They'll turn the kids into a mutant army of to try to overthrow this country, and then things like the Kove, the instrument cluster is all AI, and it'll come and attack you. So. That's why you shouldn't buy a Chinese bike. Not because it's not a good bike and everything, but that's what I think.
I think, I mean, geopolitics aside, it's a solid bike. Like when I'm testing it, like when we're riding it, I'm not thinking about, oh, this is Chinese. I'm thinking like, oh, I'm actually having fun on this bike.
Okay, so Dirt Bike 616 has a question. All-time favorite dirt bike for enduro and woods. Dirt Bike 616, this show is brought to you by Yamaha. It would not be possible without the help of Blue Crew. Also, Taco Moto, Scott Sports, Climb, DDC, Trail Tech, Fasst Company, Seat Concepts, Bulletproof Designs, Double Take Mirrors. You can also support Dirt Bike Test by going through our links on the website to Amazon. Today's Prime Day. Do you know this? Amazon has all kinds of stuff for super cheap. I'm actually thinking about buying a TV because I basically broke my TV because it's big and it fell, or I was maneuvering it and it was heavy and it touched something. And anyway, so I might be getting a TV. I'm going through the link on Dirt Bike Test. I'm going to get that. So if you're buying a TV today, like me on Prime Day, click through our link. I would appreciate it. And then Matt can have some chocolate chip cookies or something like that.
Yeah.
After the show. Okay. So best all-time enduro woods bike.
This is going to be a 300 TPI?
Oh, 300 TPI. Okay.
Well, no. Is
You're asking me what it is? It's your personal opinion.
Oh wait, so you're asking me?
Yeah. Well, no. Some other guy, and I forget what his name was.
So I thought the question was addressed to you, but if we're both chiming in,
it probably was.
If we're both chiming in,
like these are the questions. So I've got CRF 450X. What is your opinion on it? Mm-hmm. Well, Randall, if you go to dirtbiketest.com and you look at the test there is a test, and that's our opinion of it. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how that works.
Yeah.
We actually spend a little bit of time, but I'll tell you that I like the bike, the RX. I think it's gotten a lot better since they've refined it. It's definitely better, but it's kind of pointed in a certain direction. We have a big comparison with all the off-road bikes there, and you will get my opinion on that. One day it was my favorite bike, and then the next day it wasn't. Just based on I was able to do changes and settings on other bikes. I don't know. If I were to pick one bike out of anything, I'd just say KTM 500 EXE. And I've said this many times before. That's a bike I can pretty much do anything on. It has a license plate. I can trail ride it on gnarly stuff. I could, if I wanted to, I could ride it around a track. Never would, but I could if I had to. So those are the answers. I bet you those guys are already gone because Instagram attention span is
short.
Somebody wanted to come on my show. Oh. Actually, a lot of people wanted to come on the show. There's a way to do this, friends. If you get clipped off on the Instagrams here really soon, we have a link on the live YouTube show and on the Facebook show, and it's a Zoom call, and we Zoom you in. It's the Seat Concepts Hot Seat Hotline, where we bring you into the show and we can answer your questions live and in person, and then you can answer those. Mm-hmm. Then you can be live, but not here.
So there is one thing, a point I want to touch on. Right. Back on the Kove. So Paul Bernstein is saying, I think an EXC or a WR with a big tank and a rally tower is a much better option. The Kove sounds like a cheap pit bike to me.
This is the hurdle that they're going to have to overcome. And I tell you what, I would love to sit here and tell you that it's a cheap pit bike, and it's all those influencers that got on it early that were just tripping over their ding dongs to tell you how bitchin' it was. I was just going, really? Because every once in a while I watch that, and a lot of times I watch some of the videos because everybody was asking me the same question. And I think they were asking me the question because they saw these guys that everything's good. When these guys ride, anything they ride, it's just good. Oh, it's so great. It's good. And so I didn't, I took it. I'm like, I didn't believe it. I said, I'll let you know when I rode it. Now I've ridden it, and they're right. It's really the bike is very surprising, and I have a list here, and I know everybody wants me to talk crap on it or say it's bad, and I'm not going to be able to do that because I'll tell you the things I don't like about the Kove straight up. And Matt, you can just tell me yes or no. Mm-hmm. The ABS is junk for off road. Absolutely
the worst that I've experienced.
Yep, me too.
Like not even a question.
So we after it. It arms itself when you turn the bike on and off. I need to go actually see if it arms itself when you just shut the kill switch off. It's not supposed to, but like I said, it does some glitchy thing.
It seemed to just come on.
This is the Chinese thing. You're never 100% sure of exactly what you're getting, and sometimes even the importer doesn't know exactly what's going on, and it could change mid-stroke. It could change mid-production run. It could, the next 100 bikes to go over. But these are the hurdles that they're going to have to overcome, just like these questions that we're getting. So ABS, so we just disabled it. We took the sensor out of the front wheel, zip-tied it to the cable, and it faulted, and it didn't work, and it was great. The brakes, frankly, are amazing.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're really good. It's got a big front rotor on it. I mean, when you roll the bike backwards, they make funky noises. But
it kind of sounds like an animal dying.
Yeah, when you're going forward, nothing's happening. But yeah, it's really good. The brakes are good. So, anyways, ABS, just take it off.
So just to kind of really sink it in, where would you put it in comparison to like the normal the typical manufacturers
it's like a first generation it's like it goes dunk, 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 dunk.
Oh no, the ABS. I'm talking like the brakes with the ABS disabled.
Oh, it's as good as anything else out there. And you know what? Some of those long downhill roads that we did, they were like 7 and 8 miles of pretty good downhill. Mm-hmm. They never overheated or faded, did they?
Not once.
Yeah. Okay.
There was no complaints.
And I was worried when I was going down there, even on my bike. I know I was on the brakes quite a bit, and I'm like going, I was on Tenere, and I'm just going. I wonder if it's going to overheat. I wonder if I'm just going to get soft pedal, and I never got soft pedal, but that's why I was going to ask you that too.
Yeah. No, not once.
So the next thing, low end throttle response, and so. So this is mostly when you're just sitting there trying to free rev it when you're just parked. You're just kind of like warming it up and you're kind of chopping the throttle and stuff. It gets a little bit confused. And so today I actually pulled the pipe off. It has a catalytic converter in it. It has a big catalytic converter in it. This is generally the most bikes that have cats like that do this. It's a kind of a restriction in the exhaust, and when you all of a sudden throw a bunch of fuel in there, it does some things. But it's very rare that you're riding at that RPM unless you're doing really technical riding, and that's not what this bike is for. This bike is for dual sporting and adventure riding, not extreme enduro in first gear, which we did some of on accident.
Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much when the fan was really going.
Yeah, the fan was. We had the fan going. The bike never overheated. It did its job. In fact, we got to a point where we were on a road. We didn't know if the road went through. So I said, Matt, give me your bike, because he wasn't carrying 118 pounds of stuff on a twin cylinder bike. Mm-hmm. So he very quickly pulled his Moscow Moto soft bags, pulled the heavy stuff out of it real quick. I hopped on the bike, rode about 1.5 miles down through literally where it used to be a road. It was now a river bed, and by bed, I mean just over giant boulders and hopping up on a cow trail off to the side and down, and came to the waterfall that wouldn't let us go through. And I turned around and rode back and said, well, we're turning around, and we're going to do those ditches and waterfalls that on video don't look like much, but took every bit of skill I had to get back out of there.
Yeah, it was impressive to watch.
So that low-end throttle response, it wasn't KTM 500 like.
No.
And it was more like a KTM 500 that somebody bought like a Bob Bitchin ECU for it that doesn't carburate and it flutters and stalls. It was like when you pull the reeds out. It was more like that than it was like a stock, clean running, KTM. But anyways, low end throttle response, and we're talking low is below 3,000 RPMs. There's not a hiccup or a glitch after that. It revs out, runs to 10,000. Really good power. We'll get to that in a minute because it's definitely not a complaint. The third thing that I wrote down, and this is not for me, I like this. Gappy wide ratio transmission. So it has a very wide ratio 6-speed transmission. And you could easily fix it by just changing, adding 2 teeth to the 3 teeth. I'd say 3 teeth would probably be better to the rear sprocket. But I have no problem with the tallness of first gear for what we did. Mm-hmm. And I love that 6th gear was a lugger. You could click it up into 6th gear and go 70 miles an hour, and it wasn't buzzy and it wasn't revving too much. It does achieve top speed in 6th gear because I had it going 103 miles an hour today, and I downshifted into 5th and it went into the rev limiter just to make sure. I was checking the gear ratios and stuff. So on a downhill, that 6th gear is great. If I'm on a slight uphill grade, I'm only in 5th gear, and I'm happy with it. So I think most people will complain about that, but the shifting was fine. I think I missed one shift when I was trying to. I was testing stuff, but I was doing wide open, blipping throttle, power shifts, no clutch, no problem. The clutch was fine even when I was doing the stupid stuff. It's a little
I would describe it as grabby.
Compliant. It's a quick release clutch, and combined with the throttle response and the clutch, then the clutch isn't bad on its own, but when combined with the throttle response, and if the throttle response were better, the clutch wouldn't be bad. Vice versa. It's not bad. It's just a little quick release than what I think. It's like an old Magura on a KTM. Very, very fast to release, but light pull, nice. And my last thing I wrote that I complained about was the intake noise. The noise coming up from between the gas tanks, right out of the air filter into your face while you're riding. It's an earplug bike. You got to have earplugs. Period. So that's it. That's the only things I can complain about on that bike. Other than, I looked around. There's a couple little Mickey Mouse hardware things like that. But it's way better than I've ever seen before. And yeah, so those of that whole bike, that's all that I complain about. Everything else about the bike is what I expected or exceptionally better. And we haven't talked about power, which means it was better than I expected. We haven't talked about suspension, means better than I expected.
Yeah.
Handling, better than I expected.
Yeah.
And I didn't have super low expectations. I had I would say medium expectations. But that's where I'm at. Any other?
For me, the dash definitely seemed a little glitchy and not necessarily intuitive. There'd be times where I thought I had something set and it wasn't set. And you played around with it a little bit more and you're able to get it to work. And just kind of like the dashing electronics are kind of like would only be the only complaint I would add on top of that. And the fuel gauge was wildly inaccurate.
Yes. So the whole dash thing, I don't care. I don't like. I'm not trying to play a computer game while I'm on my motorcycle.
Yeah, but I just thought it'd be worth mentioning that if you're someone who
is so one of the reasons I like the Tenere better than the KTM adventure bikes is it's got a simple dashboard on it. It tells me the temperature outside, what my fuel tanks are, and a couple other little things. I don't need to know all this other stuff, and I don't like having to scroll through menus and do all this. I mean, I can geek out better than anybody with like my app on my phone to send maps to thing. But when I'm riding, I'm riding, and so once I'm on the bike, I don't if I just have a couple modes, I can set it someplace else and then just switch a switch. I'm happy. But yeah, I do. I do agree that it's Chinglish.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
It's all designed in Chinese.
Yeah.
And then there's a button. It's funny because one of the other videos I saw when they turned it on, it was in Chinese, and they're like, "How do we get out of this menu?" Because you wouldn't even know which one of those symbols means.
And the
switch to English.
And this was something the importer was pretty upfront about.
I think they're good. Yeah, they're gonna improve it. And yeah, the fuel gauge deal. Like, what did it do? Told you your engine oil was low, right?
Yeah, I mean that was to be that was the Chinglos there. It said engine oil low, please fuel, or something like that. But it's just how inaccurate that fuel gauge was. I mean, there was a time where the fuel light came on, I turned the bike off, I turned the bike on, and it was back to half a tank.
Yeah.
So
well, here's the good thing: it holds. Well, it says it holds 8 gallons of gas. We ran it dry, and I put 6.8 gallons. We literally, when it stopped running, I put 6.8 gallons back into it. So if it's 8 gallons, there is, a gallon and a half, essentially, roughly, that's not being used someplace in there. I don't think that's the case because I looked at where the pickups are. I think it's just, with tanks like that, the front tanks don't hold that much fuel.
No. It was mostly the rear held a lot more. Yeah.
It gets between 40 and 45 miles a gallon. Mostly 45, maybe a little bit more. So that's the thing. It weighs 300 and we just did it.
375-ish?
Well, the Husaberg was 275. So this is 3. You got to look at the
377 or about 380 actually. 380. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was 379. 379 and there was 42 we think there's roughly 42 pounds of fuel in there. So do what that would. That blew me away.
It doesn't feel like it.
Doesn't feel like it. No way. I was absolutely shocked when I saw that number. I was like, no way. That's I told you. I said, put it up again because there's no way.
Yeah. Because when I told you, you said no, that's wrong.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel like that. And I actually we checked the scales. Scales are good. We rolled a Husaberg on there that I know what it weighs, and it weighed exactly what it was supposed to weigh. And then I went outside, and the Husaberg is a heavy feeling motorcycle. It's top heavy, and you saw me leaning it, just doing a couple little things, and yeah, the Kove, when you start paying attention to it, it's like, yeah, it's heavy. That's why it's such a smooth riding adventure bike.
Yeah,
yeah, because that weight, that mass, really deadens everything, which it translates over. It's built with heavy shit. Well, nice heavy Chinese metal.
Yeah.
It's not. I guarantee you take that swing arm off and you hold a KTM swing arm, which it looks like a copy of. One's going to weigh significantly more. If those wheels look like KTM-ish kind of cush drive rear wheel, I guarantee you. I remember when we picked it up when we were changing the tire, it was heavy. So it's probably built pretty strong. Steel frame. The motor, it's probably like a Beta. Like you pick up a Beta motor and you pick up a KTM motor, and there's a big weight difference in those. Just bigger parts, bigger bearings. So, yeah, what else can we tell you about? So, somebody wanted to know, Web Bike Jim wanted to know about the suspension. Matt seemed to like the bike running really low in the rear, squatted out in the rear.
Yeah.
So I went to, I rode it, and that's the first thing I noticed when I went out. And I took the bags off and went, and I figured the bags were causing that, but it was actually
just
shock spring. Yeah, just the shock spring was already too low, which I went to fix. And here's another Chinese thing. It has aluminum rings that look like somebody had whacked on already, that maybe had deformed them, and they're not stuck on the. Well, they're kind of sticking on the body, but they're not hard anodized, so they're not. They're sticking on the shock body. So it was really hard to get the extra spring preload that I wanted into it. I got some of it into it, but not as much as I would have wanted to get it set balanced. But anyways, Matt was riding a little lowrider style in the back, so it made the front end feel harsh, and the rear end tend to ride a little bit low in the stroke, and then it would I don't want to say it bottomed easy, because it didn't. I was expecting it to just blow through the stroke and bottom out, and it didn't. It actually had.
It held up pretty well.
It had good damping character, but you could tell the bike will feel lighter after adding the spring preload to it, and I think it'll get a lot more compliant. The rear was really compliant already, but I'm thinking if by doing that, and then I'll be able to stiffen it up a little bit more in the rear. And like what was the one thing I said when I told you the one thing a racer would say about this bike? There's no safety. No safety. So if I were racing this thing, which I took it out and rode it kind of hard, it doesn't have that safety built into it that a quote race bike would have. But nobody that's going to buy this as an adventure bike is going to be concerned with this. So yeah. Yeah, Chris, I did. Believe it or not, I did. I think, like I said, I think one of the rocket scientists that had it before me, I believe that they hit the shock preload ring in a way such that it is no longer totally round. This is my take on it, because when I went to loosen it, it wouldn't loosen it, and it looked like that. The shock preload thing, the rings had been pretty galled. The teeth of the rings it had been hit with something pretty hard, and probably not in the proper direction. So
yeah.
Anyhow, hey Instagram, I tell you what, I know a lot of people are requesting to kind of jump in here and go live. How's the suspension, Moto Fred? We just talked about that. Got that to you. It's good, especially for like dual sporting adventure riding. I thought it was fine. I think when you ride it tomorrow, you'll be impressed with when we get it balanced out. Because did it ever feel like the front end was a little bit harsh, like on the chop?
Yeah, and I especially felt it when there would be a ditch or a pothole in the shadows, and I wouldn't see it till the last second, I couldn't slow down properly, and I would feel it there.
Yeah. And so no, I was not able to bottom it regularly. I could bottom it if I wanted to. Dirt Bike TV, yeah, Jay, we are talking about the Kove 450. Thanks to Park City Dual Sport for clearing that up. So if you want to get more and want to get on this show live, go over to our other feed, and you can call in on the Seat Concepts Hot Seat Zoom line.
Yep.
So And we're going to do Rooster Endo. So we still looking for a submission for Rooster Endo?
Yeah. So if you want to have your bike on tonight, we actually have a couple slots.
You can win a $100 gift certificate from Moto. Everybody stay safe. Don't drink too much of this like I will. And we'll see you clowns out in the trail. So I turn this off now, and I get back to the regular part of the show. We're going to go into the questions that we have on our...
Yeah.
Here.
So let me see here.
You start asking. I'll start answering.
So it was what was it? So Josh K had asked Jimmy, have you ridden the 450 RFR?
Yes. Not the newest one. But I think I've ridden, I don't know if it got the big upgrades that the factory bike had yet. I don't know. But I've ridden the most current. I believe I've ridden the most current customer one, so I can compare it to that, and it's absolutely nothing like that, other than it has the same shape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has a lot less power, which you would expect, but it has the same power characteristic. You know how the Kove's kind of light on the bottom. And then it just builds and builds and builds, and the more you rev it, the faster it goes.
Yeah.
That's an RFR. I think definitely the suspension's plusher than RFR. RFR road was kind of stiff. RFR felt bigger. So, yeah.
Okay. So from Chris Dabney, question, Jimmy, is that you at Bob Hanna's ISDE clinic in 91 randomly popped up on YouTube the other day?
Yeah, I was at that. That was awesome. Like Bob Hanna, probably one of my favorite riders of all time. Still, I just like that guy because he told it like it was. And where I need to search that, send us a link to that because I'd love to remember that because I can tell you a story about this. So, Bob's thing was he was better on the brakes than everybody else, and I took that and. That was like, I'm going to be that guy. And I'm still that guy. And Bob that day told us he would outbrake every one of us. And if he didn't outbrake us, he'd use whoever was on the outside of him in the turn for the brakes that he didn't have. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
That.
Yeah. That's where I learned this. So.
Okay. So from Shelby Kyle. Jimmy, do you have any good Shane Watts stories? Curious if you ever raced him or rode with him, took a riding class of his years back. What a character. You guys are similar.
I think I've been in jail less than Shane. Wattsy. No, I don't really have a whole lot of good. He was mostly back east. I think he was a little bit younger than me, and but I always liked the guy just because he just didn't give an F and just let his riding speak for itself. Well, he said a little bit too. Awesome guy, could ride anything. Would just show up at races. He understood how important. I think he was one of the guys that understood having a strong mental game. Being strong that way was how important that was, and he used to get in all of the competitors' heads, and I always kind of admired that. So yeah, what's the next one?
Okay, so Sander Sandwiches. Also, thanks for the heads up. We looked into a riding club near us, and we are going to give it a shot. Only sad part is it's $200 a year, but we are happy to give money to someone who cares about riding.
Are we? Is that Ant's getting back to me on a question from last week or something?
Could be getting back at a question from before.
Right.
Okay, so let's see here. Johnny Beltfed, AT81 or MX53 rear for AZ/Nevada conditions.
Kenda Parker DTs. Oh, wait, that wasn't one of the ones he wanted to know.
Mm.
So, out of those two, I don't even... Do you want bad traction and durability or short life and some traction? That's what I hear on that. In that question, I have Kenda Kenda supports me through my riding schools, so I run the Parker DTs front and rear in the hard direction, especially the front, and I'm incredibly happy with them. I would choose them over those two every day of the week, and then there's probably about 15 other tires that I would choose above the two that you mentioned there as well. So send us an email or send me an email or something. But yeah, I would just actually, you know what? Get the Kendas. Tell them Jimmy sent you. And if you don't like them, you tell me what you didn't like about them, and I will tell you which tire to get, and it won't be a Kenda. Because it's the kind of thing I think for some people, especially if you're picky about it, it's sort of a love-hate. And if you are asking between those two tires and you don't know, those are significantly different characteristics on those tires. And I think that I just lobbed something out there that's has the durability of one and the traction of the other all in one tire. So
Okay.
Kenda does not support this show. It'd be nice to have a tire sponsor, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I should talk to him.
Sander Sandwiches, can you change when the fan kicks in on a 500 EXCF, aka make it kick on at 10 degrees or so cooler?
The show is brought to you by TrailTech. TrailTech, the maker of the fan that you can adjust the start and stop temperature of. So yes, if you get a TrailTech fan, then you can do this. On the stock bike, I think if you have a different ECU on it and you know somebody that knows how to program it properly, yes, you can change it. I know that it's possible, but not really with a stock ECU. So the answer is get a TrailTech fan.
Okay. Todd Kelly, I think this is when we were talking about the Kove. I'll go with the Recluse on mine. What would you agree?
It doesn't need it, and for rally racing, I don't know if I would want a Recluse. I mean, if I were going to go, you know what? No. Anytime you have bad throttle response, Recluse is not good and it's not bad throttle response. It's just not as good as what we're kind of accustomed to. But at that low RPM where that clutch is so critical, if that thing kind of has to spin up and down really quick, it's going to be engaging and disengaging in a kind of a time where you don't necessarily want it to. And I don't think that's the solution, because you kind of have to cover the clutch when you're doing it, because you just never know if it's going to go instantly or it's going to wait a quarter of a second before it kind of takes off.
Mm-hmm.
So
from Mark, is that Schneider?
Yep, that's Mark Schneider.
Yeah. How did my rear tire hold up?
Crazy Mark from Fraser Park.
Yeah. Did you get to see Big Summit Prairie?
We did both. Rear tire held up.
Held up really well, actually.
Just Mark, for your information, Big Summit Prairie is 16 miles across, not 60.
Yeah, 60.
60 would be a little exaggerating, but it was 16 miles across. It was pretty cool up there. We rode out of a thunder shower into that, and I was thankful that it wasn't lightning, because up at that place, at that altitude, in that open, don't know if you wouldn't want to come out in the open there with all the lightning strikes.
That was the day we went to the hot springs, right? We ended at the hot springs that day.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Honestly, the days kind of blend together to me when I look back at that trip.
Oh, they're all the same individual.
Yeah. So Paul Bernstein had chimed in when we were still talking about the Kove. I love the rally bike concept of the Kove, but I really wish this gets Yamaha, Honda, and KTM going with their versions.
So I am blown away that Honda hasn't done this. But I shouldn't be, because I've seen it year after year. They have the ability and the potential and to do this kind of thing, and then they have a CRF 300 rally or whatever the hell they call it. And it's like you went through all this effort to make a CRF 450L that's all compliant and street legal, and all you have to do is dress it up. Mm-hmm. You just have to dress it up and put a stiffer shock and fork spring on, and there it is. But they have so many standards and so much durability and different things. And I mean, I could tell you stories. I mean, it's kind of overkill, but that's kind of why bikes cost this and they can't do it. And KTM makes them, but they kind of keep it sort of exclusive. I don't know why they wouldn't produce more of those bikes. I don't see it, but I think, if they start making more, then they have to. It's just another bike down the assembly line, and I don't know. I'm not in the business department. I don't like spreadsheets. And then Yamaha would never do it as well, just because same thing. I mean, you look at the level of testing they do to bring anything that's like slightly different in variations and stuff. Yamaha France would probably build something like this and be able to sell it. That's kind of how the Tenere came around. Mm-hmm. The Tenere 700 came around. So, but yeah, I think this is they've left the door open for a company like Kove to kill it, and I think they will if they do the right things. Get the thing compliant, which is probably going to be the hardest thing. Get the supply chain for parts, and then keep the consistency and the quality up. And like I say, those are the hurdles that everybody expects. Those are the things that have hurt the like I say, Chinese bikes in the past, and those are the hurdles. And they're from what I've seen, we changed the oil on it, and I expected to pull out a screen with a bunch of filings on it and stuff. It was cleaner than any KTM I've ever pulled out. It's the same. It looks like a KTM part, the screen, by the way. The magnet had a minimum amount of metal on it, like a third of what a KTM would have, and I cut the filter. The pop-in paper filter. I cut it and pulled it open, and there was the most minuscule amount of metal that I've ever seen when I've done that. And frankly, this shocked me. So either none of the oil is running through any of those locations. Okay, which I've seen this before, but I don't think that's the case. Or it's just a really well built motor, and it may, I'm sure it's gone through a couple cycles, but still, even we did 1,500 miles and we didn't take it easy on the thing. I mean,
no.
How long were you wide open coming back down the road into Nevada?
Oh, for what, 2.5?
2.5 hours?
2.5, 3 hours, yeah.
I held it wide open for 5 minutes today on the dry lake bed.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And it handles it pretty well. Okay, so Paul had a lot of questions. So best motor, an uncorked 500
Does that answer your question?
WR450F or a bone stock Husaberg 570?
Show is brought to you by Yamaha makers of the WR450F, which I got the video done on, and we're gonna watch that pretty soon. But Paul, that's not a very there's nothing's gonna touch the Husaberg 570. Nothing. Nothing. That's if you haven't ridden one, you just can't relate. But it just makes power. It's so wrist to rear wheel connected, but it's just like a velvet sledgehammer. You can just roll it on and get nice smooth traction, or you can just roll it on and the front wheel comes up, or you can roll it on and just spins the tire. Whatever you want. They're awesome. So you can spend a lot of money on a KTM. You can even make it a 570 and a 500, and it's not going to be the same. And there's a lot of reasons why. So
Ricky Brabeck.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, I don't. Is it River Life this weekend?
For him, it's probably River Life. I don't know what I have to do this weekend. I probably got to go Kove riding.
I have coding this weekend.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Could be River Life.
So John Belfort, thanks Jimmy. I've tried a Washougal front and Parker DT rear combo in the past. Good for the price. Thought the Washougal lean angle traction was much better than the Parker front.
Which direction did you run the Parker in? That's my question, and I bet you it was intermediate. And then I will agree with you.
Todd Kelly, Ricky called it janky looking next to the KTM, but it can't compare. But janky Jimmy.
Well, we talking about the Kove. It's janky looking.
I think that's what they are. What's being referred to here.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think it looks a lot like a KTM. I'm surprised by how how good it does look, and the bike. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't really have any complaints on the way that it looks.
No, I mean,
and they it seems like I've seen a lot of different ones that have different graphics packages and different looks, and
it didn't necessarily look like they had like a stock graphics kit. It kind of looked like
it looked like it had one that they decided that they wanted to make.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that stood out to me when I was kind of giving a little wipe down before we.
Yeah, that I know that it costs. I don't know how to do the math on here, but probably 17, 15. It's probably, I think, probably close to $420,000 less than Ricky's bike. Paul, you're still searching for a fresh 570 Berg. Yeah, aren't we all? I have 3 of them, and mine aren't fresh anymore. I was starting up one today, and it's not. I started it up, and it wasn't idling properly, and it's making kind of a new tick. It's the bike that I teach the schools on, and I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, the ticking sound.
The death tick. It's actually not a death tick, but it was making a noise that I'm not comfortable with. Mm-hmm. So I think it's bad gas. I think it's just the bad gas is not helping it. It has winter gas that's been sitting in there for a few months since we've done the school, and there we have it. So I think we're gonna. So we also have some news on 24 KTM's, EXCs, EXCFs, and the TBI bikes that Trevor rode. I got a bunch of texts from people that were complaining about not a lot of information, and I'm going to stand up in Trevor's defense that he only got like a one afternoon ride on those bikes.
One afternoon to ride multiple bikes?
Yeah, to ride multiple bikes. We did request to get some for longer term testing, which we like to do so we can answer your questions. So I'll stand behind him on that, but at the same time, I'm going to throw him under the bus and make him come on a little bit later and see what he can say about that stuff. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Do we have any other questions on the horizon there?
No questions I'm seeing from the chat.
Okay.
If I missed your question, go ahead and put it in right now. Otherwise, I'm going to start reading from some questions that were sent in. So
you can send in questions via email. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, I don't know how you do it if you're listening to it. Maybe just send us an email. It's easy. Send it to matt@jimmylewisoffroad.com. That way I don't have to see it. He can filter through the really bad ones. Like when you do the questions, or sometimes it's comments, I do this thing called I've Got You in My Pocket, which is an audio experience.
Yeah.
And
big hit.
It's meant to be that. Yeah, big hit on the Instagrams. If you're not following a Dirt Bike Test on Instagram, go there. I do them every once in a while. It's been a little while, but I did a Kove one, so you can hear that thing. I let her eat, It's an audio experience. And we always get someone that says, why don't you just use a GoPro, bro? And so you know what? I like to please, so we'll see what happens. Anyways.
I kind of like the idea of like...
So send it in. Yeah, send in the questions to Matt. Or if you're looking at it, watching it on... just go to one of the more recent ones on YouTube or on Facebook and type your question. We see those. They come to us. We answer a lot of them, or if they're bad, we just we make fun of them. So Victor wants to know if you got any lot lizards on your trip.
I did not.
Poor Matt. Could have had a lot lizard festival on the drive up, and then a hot spring. You could have sprung it at the hot springs, if you know what I mean. Hey, did Jerry tell us a joke today? People want to know where Jerry was.
Yeah. So it was, how do you tell if your girlfriend's getting fat?
Oh, you're gonna answer this.
I'm gonna answer it.
You're gonna answer this.
Oh, really?
So the question is, again,
how do you tell if your girlfriend's getting fat?
Does anybody know the answer to this question? Because I wasn't gonna bring it up, other than the fact that I just did.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If she breaks a KTM kickstand.
Well, anything can break a KTM kickstand.
A stock one, yeah, but if you get a Trail Tech one, then you don't have this problem anymore. That's a good Josh, that's an excellent answer. I will try to remember that one. What else? Anybody else? I don't know if I've seen any other comments.
I think a JB Black might know.
Yeah, a
JB Black.
Is he? We'll save that question for after the break.
Yeah.
So, okay, hit the questions on the thing here. By the way, Seat Concept seats are proudly handmade and developed in the USA by true motorcycle enthusiasts. Seat Concepts offers a wide range of variety of seat options, from stylish replacement covers to complete seats, which I'm holding up in my hand right now, as well as various height and width profiles. Check out the width on this one. So this is where you sit when you want to be aggressive and doing what you need to do. And this part, when you sit your ass back here, it's all comfy. Mm-hmm. And they work like gull wings. So when you're trying to accelerate really hard, like like Bob Hanna tells you in the school, like accelerate 110% out of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
That way you have something to hang on to if you're a little bit out of balance, like most riders are. But anyways, proprietary foam, unmatched support and damping of the rider, hitting the motocross track or gearing up for a trek across the country. Seat Concepts has been saving asses since 2009. Go to seatconcepts.com. And we're going to have a bulletproof designs. Anybody like my shirt?
Yeah, it looks like a good product.
This shirt will be the Bulletproof Designs product of the week. This Tech Talk Taco Tuesday shirt, which we are going to be doing a very limited edition run, one time only. We're going to probably do it. I don't know if we're going to do it in the next show, but we will have a system and we'll announce it on all of our social media and all that stuff, so you can get one of these shirts. I have a lot of special prizes that I've collaborated on getting that I'm just going to throw into random boxes when I send these shirts out, or when I make you send these shirts out. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be around because I'm going to go riding a lot, and I want to make sure that I'm kind of here to be an overlord when you're boxing up these shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sounds good. Then I'll be writing lines of code between the boxing. Okay, so actually I want to get to Sander Sandwich's question real quick. What are your top 3 reasons / excuses to call out of work to go ride?
There's a word I don't understand in that thing. It's the one that W O what do you have
work?
to go? You have to go to.
I have to work. I have to go to work.
Oh, yeah. I don't have any. Riding is my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I don't go to work, I'm not riding. So it's really, I don't have any excuses. Like that'd be like asking me, like, how do I get out of work? Sander, I can't help you, bud. But I've never had a job where I've never had. Well, no, I had a firewood business, but I had that so I could go riding. So I didn't really. It was I had to work in order to go riding. I worked at I ran blueprints at an engineering company, but that was so that my mom didn't kick me out of the house. And if I didn't have a place to live, I didn't get to go riding. So I never had to make excuses. I turned riding into a job, and yeah. So you got any excuses? You need somebody.
What's that?
You need some excuses.
Yeah, I could use some excuses.
It's too hot to work.
Yeah. Okay. Paul mentioned you got the Comfort XL for longer rides.
Good on you, Paul. But you have like the Stalker for half of his riding. So originally I was a little. When those Comfort, and I run tall seats in a lot of my bikes, and the only reason I wouldn't run the tall seat trail ride is when I start doing really like more gnarly stuff. It puts me up a little bit too high, so I can't get in the pocket on the motorcycle, and then sometimes I can't touch the ground, which only means something bad is going on. But if you need to get out of that work, what do they call work stuff? My windshield washer's broke and it's raining. When I one of my first at Dirt Rider magazine, when I got put into the editor. I was the editor, and I had to meet all the advertising and kind of executive staff and stuff. They brought me in there, and I don't know. They just kind of put me at the head of the table and said, "Okay, well, like, so what are you going to do with this magazine?" And I literally think the first thing I told them, I go, "Well, if it's raining, I'm not going to be in the office." I don't think that went over too well, but they should have known. They really should have known. Okay, next question, Matt.
Let's see here. So we're going to go back to the pre-submitted questions. So we got a question. This was sent to me from Lee Graham. So I got 3 questions for you. Can you use an EXE 500 stator in a 2023 gas EX250? Would like to build a lightweight rally bike with lights, 2 ICOs, and a roadbook holder.
A 250?
Yeah, that was my response. I was like, you want a 250 for a rally bike?
Yeah, no. The KTM 500 engine platform and the 250 engine platform are completely different things. So I doubt it. I don't think so. Look into my understanding is that the KTM, the smaller displacement KTMs, the newer ones are kind of at their max as far as the output of the ignition already. So there's not a whole lot of room in there to do extra windings and stuff, but I'm not an expert on that exact specific thing. But companies like Ricky Stater or Baja Designs usually have really good answers to stuff like that. So they might be able to do that. But ICOs don't take any power. What else do you want to put on it?
Headlight and a rally tower.
Rally tower doesn't take any power.
Roadbook holder.
Yeah, it doesn't take any power to speak of. I mean, you could just wire it all off the battery, and your battery will probably still keep afloat. And then I don't know too many people that are riding rallies at night. I mean, we do it, but yeah. So the headlight, you can turn it off and then turn it on if you get in a situation. So.
Okay, so second question from Lee Graham. Would you suggest a different 250? And then lastly, are you going to be doing any rally training this winter? Thanks from Canada.
So 250 for rally. I don't think I would. I just wouldn't use a 250 for rally. I mean, because you're generally going down roads and faster stuff, and it'd almost be as dumb as saying I'm going to ride a Kove back from Washington to Nevada.
Yeah, a demo Kove too. That
we've never ridden before.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is the first thing that everybody said when you rode that thing over for the peanut gallery that I was sitting with.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of heard it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, that thing's not going to make it. You know, we all knew. We all kind of, we were doing the Chinese thing. We were just as bad as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to put a wrench to it. So
no.
I had
to adjust the chain once, and that was it.
It does, because the skid plate, the big carbon skid plate that's underneath it, it does resonate and make some sounds. But there's nothing bad going on with those sounds because it would have shown some metal on some of the filters at least someplace or another.
Mm-hmm.
So next question, you had 3. That was 2.
Let's see. Lastly, are you going to do any rally training this winter?
Oh, rally training this winter. We're doing rally training now. Like literally now. And
you can do the online training, right?
Yeah, we'll definitely have another round of the online thing. So the best thing to do is to email me. It's easy to figure out what my email is. Email me, and I will send you out our kind of explanation of our program and how it works. We have everything you need to know. It's all in one thing. We give you that, and then the opportunity to come down here and do some stuff with us. And then if it's something you want to pursue more, then we have options. So it's not cheap. I'm not like all the other guys. I don't give it away because it's worth something.
Yep. Sander Sandwiches, what's your weirdest experience while out riding?
Oh boy, what's my weirdest experience while out riding? Well, the thing when I got abducted by aliens, that happens. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I've broke things, and the way we put them back together, we jimmy rigged some stuff that was amazing. What we came up with, I don't know if any. I've ran into some characters, some pretty interesting characters. I don't remember the specific stories and stuff right now, but that's a question. Put that on the print list for next time, and we'll see if we can kind of come up with stuff. That's a good one to prep like guests with, so they can kind of think about this and tell some stuff.
Okay, let's see.
My excuse to ride the other day was the classic diarrhea. I get diarrhea all the time, but it's my mouth diarrhea.
Yeah, I don't know how to deal with the dog who had diarrhea last night. That was not
That's why
fun.
I have a podcast. So
Paul got chased by a black bear in Labrador.
Black bear in Labrador. Yeah. No, boss really questions diarrhea. Okay, so it's time for us to take our quick little commercial break here. When we come back,
we do have a full Rooster Endo.
We have a full Rooster Endo, so we're good there. That's tacomoto.co if you need that ECU for your bike that's going to make it way better, or a lot of other cool parts. And I emphasize a lot of other cool parts because they make a lot of other cool stuff. Go to tacomoto.co because they give us $100 each week so that we can make fun of your motorcycle. I mean, celebrate your motorcycle in all of its glory. I have friends right now that are building bikes specifically for Rooster Endo.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll take a commercial break and be right.
What's up, Moto Buddies? Mike here from Taco Moto Co. What is the Taco Touch? It's the best service in the industry. Virtually 24/7 tech support via email or text, and it's like having a dirt bike doctor on call every day of the year, helping you fix your bike or recommend parts or setups for you. If you've ever received an order from us, you know that the Taco Touch extends to our fulfillment, and our orders come with the coolest stickers that you've ever had, buying parts from anybody before, and a handful of root beer barrel candies. All of our Taco Moto Co. branded components come with a no questions asked lifetime warranty, and we'll even extend out the warranty of other manufacturers, OEM, and aftermarket parts where we can, sometimes for life. We test and tune endlessly and exhaustively and obsessively. We're trying to destroy everything that we can before you get your hands on it to look for weaknesses and to improve it, or to make recommendations to the manufacturer. And if it's something that doesn't meet grade, then we don't offer it on the store. Everything that we carry is something that we have personally used, tested, and ridden, and raced, and knows meets the high Taco Touch demanding standard. Go out and get some adventure.
So don't forget that if you have bad wrists like Jimmy does, Fasst Company flex handlebars, the best. I have them on all my bikes. My ride home on that Tenere was glorious with my flex handlebars on that. They have tons of different bends. A lot of people call me and ask me, Jimmy, what is your bend? I generally run the Enduro 12 degree. So Enduro is kind of more, it gives me a little more room on the actual bars to mount some stuff, and then 12 degree bend in the standard height. So that's my go-to. Go to fastcompany.com. Proudly built in the United States too, which you love. So we got a Sander Sandwiches says,
Oh, did you figure out your dirt bike version of pizza versus French fry?
So this was in one of our last shows, and it was about pizza versus French fry, and it's a skiing thing, I guess. I always knew kind of pizza slice. It's kind of a, that's the, doing a snowplow essentially.
Yeah.
And then French fries, which is straight, means go. And that's super beginner. That's the super beginner way to tell them how to speed up and slow down. And so you had an idea on this.
Oh yeah. So when I teach beginner students, I have them. This was Jimmy's idea, is walk along with the bike. And so I have them use the clutch and throttle to get the bike moving while they're walking alongside it. And then I will have them stop it by, pulling the throttle off, clutch in, and get on the brakes, just to get really used to that.
The brake.
The front brake.
Because their feet are on the ground.
Yeah, so I really get them used to that, associating, okay, here's what I got to do to go, and here's what I got to do to brake. Just to get that in their head relatively early before they're actually riding on the bike, and there's more consequences with not knowing those two things.
Yeah, and understand, getting the dexterity of just moving. I mean, this is why we take them off the bike, because then they're not a passenger on the thing that's going to crash.
Yeah.
They just let go of it and it falls over, and they're just standing there looking at their motorcycle, and they don't do that very often. And when they do it, they don't repeat that.
Yeah.
So we have a very nice online beginner video course. If you know somebody that needs to learn or wants to learn how to ride, or somebody that's struggling with riding, even if they've been riding for a while, I promise you there's a couple little things in that video that are game-changing for riding ability.
We have had people ride into us, say, hey, I bought this, and then when I realized how basic it was, I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it and learn anything from it. And then when I practiced it, I learned a lot.
Right. These are the keys, the fundamentals.
I guarantee if you're struggling, there's something super basic that's holding you back.
And so like when I think about it, I'm even skiing. I'm at a different level, and I'm like really working on my turns, getting my turns right. And it's interesting because there's a lot of the same things once you're actually controlling a turn, whether it's on the skis or on the dirt bike. There's this. I always say there's the initiation part, and then there's the control part, and they're two separate things. And like learning how to, on the skis, it's so complicated. I think it's complicated, but then I can understand how when we're teaching this on a dirt bike, I see people struggle. And then I go, oh, it's just like me on skis. I'm decent on skis. I can ski down anything I want to, but I'm not one of those guys that's just fluid with everything. I'm still kind of hacky. And so I've been working. I have a friend that Johnny Rotten is his name. And he's been helping me, because he teaches ski instructors and he knows what he's doing. He's just been kind of helping me and kind of explaining some things, which is pretty cool. And just when I do it, and I practice it a lot, and then I quit thinking about it, and I start doing it, it's such a bitchin' feeling because all of a sudden it's all working. But like having somebody else teach me, now that I do a lot of teaching and learning from that. Like last night, I was watching someone give instructions on a technique of something. I mentioned this, and I was very interested in the teaching technique, interested in the subject matter and the teaching technique. It was very, very interesting. If you only knew. Next question.
Okay, so next question.
Oh, is Trevor on the line yet?
No, I do not see a one Trevor Hunter on the line.
Yeah, Trevor Hunter needs to get on the Seat Concepts Hot Seat Hotline. Hey, if you're chicken and you want to call in, one of these days we're going to give out a really nice gift to our callers. We have some stuff lined up, just so you know.
So next question is going to be from a SP Connect review.
Okay.
Moto Minded 5275 commented, Jimmy, does your phone charge wirelessly? I've had hit or miss luck with mine on other systems. So
with the SP Connect, it was frankly, I was amazed at how well it charged. It, like whether it was on the dock in the car or on the dock on the motorcycle. And it's funny because I had the dock in the garage because it was going between bike to bike on the ram mount. And instead of plugging it in, I would just drop it on top of the charging dock, as opposed to, I have the cord in there and I plugged in because my old phone was dying all the time. So I would just clip it onto the dock and I had no problems with it until it got hot, just like I said in the video. When the phone gets hot, that style of charging does not work. And so you have to be cautious of this. And so temperature, like outside now, if I put it on the dock on the bike and left it outside, the phone would say temperature sensitive and wouldn't work, period. But it wouldn't charge either. So that's the only time I've had any sort of an issue. But so if you might want to check if it's heat related on the other ones. It doesn't matter which it is. The phone won't charge wirelessly when it gets to a certain temperature. It just doesn't work. So, but yeah, check out our SP Connect review video. It's on Dirt Bike Test. It's on YouTube. I think there's a discount code. I think it's still good for a little bit longer if you're interested in that system. Frankly, I'm using frankly a lot tonight. I'm pissed because I left my vent charger in my motorhome.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and so now I'm driving around in my truck and I don't have it. I have to plug it in. And this is what I said in the video. I got addicted to this stuff because it's so good. So I need to buy a couple more. But yeah, I probably will. Actually, I'll probably use the discount code. and get a couple more, and then I can just put them on all my cars, and I just literally lob my phone at that little magnet thing. It goes, pew, it sticks on. In the car, it sticks on with the magnet. On the bike, it clips on, and it's not going anywhere. You saw my phone was on my bike the whole time we were riding.
Yeah.
Stayed charged the whole time, and yeah. Good thing that we didn't have any service.
Yeah. Okay, so I do believe we have one Trevor Hunter here that is on the line.
Okay.
Trevor, can you hear us right now?
Probably not. You're pushing the button, so it's not going to work.
Interesting. Well, hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'll let you work on that. We have a question. I did a video also, I posted the other day on adventure tire mounting. And so I basically got a set of W wheels for my Tenere, which are super bitchin'. And I threw on some Kenda big blocks, and I did a video on it. I just basically set the camera up, and actually I set 2 cameras up. I did it like kind of professional. I set 2 cameras up and just put the tires on. Very simple. It's like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. And it says Dave Hart Shock 9106 says, great video, thanks for sharing. Can you do a video on your T7 mods you've done, please? Okay, you know what, hold on, wait 1 second. Okay, it's done, Dave. It's my Tenere 700 vlog.
Yeah,
go to dirtbiketest.com. All the info is there, and I'm a little bit behind because I just haven't been keeping up. I've been so busy riding. I mean working. I've been so busy working, I haven't been able to get to making videos.
Yes.
I need a filmer. I really need a filmer to follow me around.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you have the TourTech upper crash bars. Curious if you like these. Well, Dave, I don't like to call them crash bars. I renamed them tip over bars because I don't like to crash, and I don't think anything is going to, if you crash, that kind of stuff isn't going to do much. In my world, like crash is different. A tip over, they work, and I have used them, and they work, and they're fine, and I like them. I talk about it in my Tenere 700 vlog. I tell you why I got them, and that's why they're on my bike. So yes, I like them. I chose them for specific reasons. TourTech is really well known for choosing their mounting points wisely and not just making flashy crap that pretends like it's stuff, or building a chassis destroying, like skid plate or crash bars that like wind the chassis up or something like that. Trevor, I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How come you don't have screaming younger brother in the background or something?
I think he's fishing or something. That's his new
Fishing.
thing.
Oh,
Fishing.
Good.
Illegal fishing.
Illegal fishing. Great. Hey, so we have some videos up on the internets where you talk about the 2024 KTMs.
Yep.
Is this volume good?
I think it's good on OBS, but
Okay.
I think it's our headphone.
Okay, don't worry about that. Just keep them live.
Yeah.
I have people telling me you didn't talk about the fuel mileage on the bike. It sounded like you rode the bikes for a half a day, maybe. They weren't in-depth reviews. Are these accurate statements?
Maybe.
Maybe. Can we clean this up? Be a little more professional.
We maximized our time with the bikes that were available, and
right.
So everything.
What have you done? Like six videos on this half day?
we did one kind of general overview, and then we did one on one individual for each bike.
Okay.
So there's a 300 two-stroke, 450, and then there's a 150 two-stroke video coming out this week as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bikes are good.
You know me, I'm not a huge KTM guy, but I would consider buying one of these bikes. Highly consider buying these bikes. Yeah, especially
and these are more trail riding bikes.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're more of a race guy.
Yep.
Do you think there's a better in all the bikes that you've ridden and all the different stuff? Is there a better trail riding bike?
depending on what kind of like desert trail riding, maybe the Yamaha is equal.
Right.
But if I'm doing like more traditional trail riding in the trees and the mountains and that kind of stuff, I think it's pretty hard to beat. Betas are good too.
Yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping we get, we can get one of those, one version of whether it's a orange one or a white one, to go out and run it back to back with like the WR 450 and to try some things. Cause, I'm interested as well.
Yeah. And, just overall I was pretty impressed with everything. And that's actually my first time really riding the PDS bike as well. And, I was pretty surprised at how much I liked it, or I think I liked it. And so it kind of has me intrigued with that as well.
Yeah, I think, there's this big thing where everybody thinks like PDS is going to be something completely different, and it really isn't that much different. You have to be pretty particular to be able to feel the difference between a PDS and a linkage system. I think if you 9 out of 10 guys, you blindfold them, they wouldn't know there was a difference.
Yep.
If they just go right around, you'd have to have some experience kind of going back and forth to kind of pick out the differences. But they did a lot of changes to that suspension. Of course, it's a closed cartridge front fork now.
Yep.
Harsh or not?
I didn't feel really any harshness at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of definitely felt more like a race fork, I would say, than anything. But I still I didn't feel like super stiff or overly harsh or anything like that. Like everything felt really solid. That's kind of I texted you or called you or whatever after, and you said I needed to complain more, but it's hard to complain after just about the day.
Yeah. I wanted you to. So that's what we did. We talked about the Kove 450 here, and I didn't really even talk about the bike. I just said, "Here's my 4 things that are wrong with it or bad." And I said everything else is really good. And then I complained about the ABS, a little bit of throttle response, gappy transmission, which for me actually is not a bad thing. I actually liked the transmission. Mm-hmm. But I think most people, like you bitch to high hell, Trevor. Like you actually, when you shift the gears, you actually notice that you shift from one gear to the next. It's not like this crap that you ride that you shift from one gear to the next gear and you can't even tell.
That's not how motorcycles are supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh no. When you shift, you want it to go a lot faster. Yeah. Not this motocross close ratio transmission stuff. And then a little bit intake noise, and you like loud bikes. Hey, one thing I noticed when I went to the National, when I was up at Hangtown. So I walked along the back of the start line at the 450 race, and what 2 riders would you think would have the smallest outlets on their mufflers? So generally that means quieter, but and it also means more horsepower. But what 2 riders have the smallest outlets on their muffler? And they were on two completely different teams, and their teammates teammates or other guys on the other bikes had much larger muffler outlets.
Jet Lawrence be one of them?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Hangtown.
He had the smallest muffler outlet of the entire field. And who would be next?
Oh man. I would say
if somebody in the chat pops it up before Trevor does, we're firing Trevor. And you can come and be Dirt Bike Test's the number 1 test rider.
It wouldn't be AC, would it?
Nope.
Wouldn't be Barsha.
Webb?
No, it wouldn't be.
Barsha wasn't on the line, right?
It wouldn't, no, Barsha was not on the line.
Would it be Webb?
Nope.
Damn.
No.
Was it a factory
Matt, you're
guy?
Disqualified.
Was it a factory guy?
It was a factory guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a factory guy.
Well, there's not many factory guys.
No, not a lot of guys left.
Maybe Ferrandis?
Correct.
Really?
Ferrandis. Yep.
Interesting. I wouldn't guessed him.
Yeah. He actually, he has a pretty good, so like my second guess, this is in the 450 class beam. So sorry. Yeah. Good guess though. Man, it doesn't matter what you put on a Yamaha 250F Star Racing bike. All the noise comes out of the front.
That's a lot.
All the noise comes out of the front. It'd be interesting to see what Roxon would have on his setup, but Roxon wasn't there at that race. Yeah, but but everybody's all big beluga muffler and all the but look at the guys that are kicking ass and going fast, and they have quiet. They essentially have quiet mufflers on the bikes.
Yeah, but spark resters and inserts and all that just slows you down, Jimmy. Come on, you should know that.
So when I used to race my 125 in the desert, and everybody was like cheating without spark arresters, I ran a spark arrestor in mine because I got more peak power.
Yeah,
I know this. Yeah, and I used to get. They want to tear my bikes down, and when Answer, you don't even know about this thing. So Answer made this thing called a VFC, variable flow chamber, and it was a muffler that had a little like spring-loaded muffin on the back of it, so it actually would change the diameter of the muffler outlet. And I used to run those on my KTMs, actually on my YZ125, my KTMs, because the bike I could get good decent low end on a 125, and then on top it would just, because it was on two strokes, the smaller the stinger, the more power you get, but it's too much heat. That's the trick, is like how can we make it so it doesn't get too hot. But anyhow with these guys with these mufflers, I'm pretty sure they're just able to get smoother power and more power where they need it. Mm-hmm. And it's not like right when you crack your wrist. Like it's not at 2,000 and 3,000 RPM. That's not where these guys want their power. They turn the throttle a little bit farther and get the other thing. So isn't horsepower basically tuning sound or tuning the vibrations? Horsepower is a fake number that's derived on the thing called a dyno. Actually, what you should be tuning is torque. But horsepower number sounds really good. I have this much horsepower, and I use at least 30% of it when I ride around the track, and some guy on a 125 goes by me. So what else can you tell us about those bikes, Trevor?
The TBI motors, I really am a big fan of those as well. And although I wasn't, like I said in the video, I wasn't a huge TPI hater like a lot of people seem to be. I think you like the TPIs as well.
I love it.
But I definitely, the TBI kind of is more of my preference in terms of a two-stroke motor. And
did they get it a little? Did they get a little more aggressive?
Yes, but not too aggressive.
Right.
It's almost, to me, it's almost the perfect two-stroke motor in a way.
So can you feel the power valve opening? Or have they got it kind of blended where? And that was the interesting thing about the motocross bikes that I rode that had the electronic power valve, is I rode pre-production. Mm. They had the settings where you couldn't feel that power valve open. It just was so smooth. The pull was so long and so smooth. Mm-hmm. It would go, and then one of the things when they were kind of working on the maps and stuff is like, dude, this is America. Make it so I can feel that power valve open, so it rips my arms out. I mean, this isn't for me. This is for the customer.
Yeah.
And it was like no, make when I flip that switch, when I push that map switch, I want it to go blah, go. But I don't. EXCs have never done that.
No, I mean it was very smooth, but had just enough kind of pop and aggressive power to make it fun and lively. It was just very smooth pulling power for sure.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I know if you're impressed with KTMs, they got to be pretty good. When are we getting them?
Well, Andy was kind of hopeful that we could probably get some in the coming weeks.
Dodging the question, in other words.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make you go away. He was just going to try to make you happy and you leave, and then he was going to go have a whole nother fleet of little Instagrammer kids come in and then they'll cartwheel the bikes, and then the dealers will want them and they'll sell them.
That could be the case. but let's hope not.
Hey, Trevor, one last. You're going to stick around for Roost or Endo? You got to stick around for Roost or Endo.
I can't.
Or you have to do some weird recovery exercise?
No, this is good.
Okay, but one question before we get to Roost or Endo. Are we ready? We ready to go with this?
Oh,
Roost or Endo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought you were asking about another question.
Oh, I do have a question for him. Matt wants you to help answer this question, Trevor. How do you know when your girlfriend is too fat?
Too fat?
We had one of our chat members say when she breaks the kickstand on your KTM.
That could be a problem, I guess.
Yeah, Matt has the answer to this. This is a good question that we're gonna figure out before the end of the night. Okay, so are you ready to launch Roost or Endo?
We are ready for some Roost or Endo.
Roost or Endo is brought to you by Moto. Hey, by the way, Bulletproof Designs bringing you the product of the week, which is the Tech Talk Taco Tuesday T-shirt that I'm wearing tonight on this show. It's a gray T-shirt. It's printed on a really good T-shirt that I was assured that it was the best T-shirt known to man by one no other than Jerry Bernardo, a master of T-shirts. Mm-hmm. We are going to, I think, maybe next weekend, do the exclusive 1 week only purchase of these things. I can tell you that I feel so good when I wear this T-shirt. And the only way I could feel better is if you're wearing this T-shirt too, right, Trevor?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll just have a price, and when we send these things out, I'm going to throw some surprises in a few of the boxes for people. We've got some stuff. So wrangle all of our sponsors and tell them we need some things like gift certificates and stuff like that to drop in some of our boxes. Do you promote this show, Trevor, when you send out the Dirt Bike Test newsletter?
I do. There's a little excerpt towards the bottom of the newsletter.
It's where it's a video link where I say something stupid.
Yes. Well, yeah. That's every video, but yes.
Yeah. Good. So if you're watching this show and you want to know more about what we're doing at Dirt Bike Test, sign up for our newsletter. Just go to the website, and it's one of those annoying pop-ups that Trevor managed to figure out how to put in the background. That if you on the site for long enough, it pops up, and then you put your email address in, or better yet, put your boss's email address in. When he won't let you get off work to ride dirt bikes, put your boss's email, and then he won't know where it came from. And then when you're out riding dirt bikes, he'll get really, really mad because he'll put 2 and 2 together.
Mm. Also, Sander got it.
Sander got it? What's that? Oh. Yeah. Do you want to give the answer?
Oh no! You can give this one away.
No, I told you I can't tell you the answer.
Well, I can't say the answer.
I can't believe you even brought the joke up.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. I can't risk my girlfriend watching this.
You have to give the answer.
She's not going to fit in your wife's clothes.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we brought it up organically, so let's get into some Roost or Endo then.
Okay, this show would not be possible without the help of Moto, bringing you Roost or Endo, Yamaha, Scott Sports, Climb. I wore Climb gear this morning. Actually, I wore like 3 or 4-year-old Climb gear this morning,
mm-hmm.
and it still works. It fits. It's great. It has pockets,
mm-hmm.
so I can do. I've got you in my pocket. We're gonna have a special segment of I got you in my pocket tomorrow, Trevor. Just so you know, DDC, our first sponsor, Trail Tech, Fasst Company, Seat Concepts, Bulletproof Designs, and Double Take Mirrors, which I have right here on the table. And this is why I can shave the back of my neck so effectively. Is this nice mirror here. And it's on all my dual sport bikes and adventure bikes.
Yep.
Okay, let's hit it.
All right, first one up. I did not get a last name from this individual, so this is just Mike. Here's my dual sport riding, dual sport ripping around the Ozark Mountains, FMF pipe, G2 ergonomics handguards, tidy tail sick ass, Tusk rear handguard, ODI lock on grips, Polysport swing arm and side cover guards, stealth sprockets, DID chain, E-line carbon fork guards, a Cherbys 3.1 gallon tank, Trail Tech Voyager Pro Extreme aluminum dock, aluminum case and mount, complements of Moto, Tusk D Sport Adventure tires, JD tuner, Moto accessory relay kit, G2 throttle tamer, and a few other minor things like axle pulls, disc guards, and large fuel filter. And let me make sure that Mike didn't put the
Your make and model again?
Your make and model, because sometimes they put them in the
the subject line.
In the subject line. 2016 KTM 500 EXC.
Okay. See, I wanted to know the year. I couldn't tell because he's got this thing kind of discoed up.
Yeah.
And
the front fender does support that. 2016.
Yeah, but he has the fuel tuner, the JD fuel tuner, and I know on the more current bikes, the 19s, the 20s, I don't believe that they work as well. I haven't tried one yet.
And this is a resubmission, by the way.
It's a resubmission.
Yes.
He got booted one time, or he took a new photo, or what happened?
Yeah, he got it endoed before. So.
Endoed. Oh, we endoed him.
Yeah.
Same
so
bike.
he's open for a Roost this time. I think there's some different stuff on it.
Okay, Trevor, look closely at the front forks. Does it look like he has like the fork? Do you even know what those things are? The spongy fork things. You know your buddies' dads that ride vintage bikes. And they have the fork covers, the old conventional forks used to have these. Like my Yamaha TTR 125 used to have them, but the bike's so old that they rotted and broke off.
Yeah.
They're it looks like he has those on the front forks. Does he claim that modification?
Not that I see.
He's
Was it that coated forks?
Well, they're stock they're standard forks, but it looks like he's put some fork gaiters.
Fork wraps?
Yeah,
Oh.
fork. I don't know fork boots. They were called fork boots. It was a thing. Like I knew when I was a little kid when I had my XR80. Like the motocross bikes at the time would have them. Like the YZs would have them, and I wanted to have fork boots on my thing. But like when I first got it, like I didn't even know how you could. I saw them at the Honda dealer. They were red. I wanted them, and I didn't know how to put them on because like how do you get it on? I couldn't figure out how you could put. I didn't know. I wasn't that mechanical at the time. I was slightly more mechanical than Matt currently is. But it, like taking the forks off the motorcycle just didn't seem like something that you would ever do, to put them on there. But fork boots. Yeah.
I thought the thing to do was to take them off.
Well,
Like
that became a thing too. Yeah, the factory guys did, and like a regular guy wouldn't do because you get mud in your fork seals or a rock could come up and ding your fork. Mm-hmm. But factory guys would run the shiny tube,
Yeah.
So he's going a little crazy retro here. Is he? What kind of? Is that a double? That's not a double. Is that a double take mirror?
Yeah, it looks like a double take mirror.
It kind of looks like one, but it has the air gap, and the double takes don't have that air gap.
Yeah, and so since this is a resubmission, so. I don't know, this thing
it looks like he's. I want to kind of go riding. It looks. If that ground is sandy off that gravel road through those bushes, I kind of want to go ride there, but I don't know. Since he had the balls to resubmit it, I'm going Roost.
Yep.
Yeah. Trevor.
I'm gonna go Endo for one reason. He's got that plastic clutch cover guard thing.
Yes.
I hate those, so I'm gonna Endo it.
Why do you hate those?
I get my boot caught on them all the time when I'm trying to go for the rear brake. So
right.
I'm a hater.
Okay.
That's my
I would
discard.
I would go a little harder on the aluminum skid plate, because of the noise it makes and stuff. But yeah. You got to do what you got to do. So that's 2 Roosts or 2 Endos and 1 Roost. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so
next
one
contestant
is going to be from Alex.
Paul Bernstein says the XR650 and something else has those fork boots, so he's a liker of those.
So this one is going to be from Alex Heward.
Oh boy. Oh, he's going to get some love with the chainsaw, but the photo is a hurting photo.
Oh yeah. 2018 KTM 250 XE Enduro Engineering chainsaw mount with custom light bar.
Right. We had some guys on the shows a couple of times ago asking where to get those, and I think Enduro Engineering. There's a guy in Idaho that makes them, but I think Enduro Engineering is kind of the easy place to go. But see, he's getting that light on with the chainsaw, so that's a good mod.
Yeah. Front and rear moose, Lex header pipe, AXP skid plate, tugger straps, rear disc guard, swing arm guards, miscellaneous protection parts, Tusk fork pegs, a Cherbys plastics since fire and plastic don't mix, and hoping to win this so I can get a sick Moto graphics kit.
Well, I'm stoked that he doesn't have a front disc protector on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking...
This thing looks like it's built to go deep off-road, like no trail, and make the trail.
Right, not too deep because the gas tank isn't big enough.
Right.
But I don't like the photo, but the chainsaw, just, you win. It's full Roost for me.
Yeah.
Trevor?
No number plate, chainsaw, Roost.
Do I see a clutch cover guard on this one too?
Yep. Yes, there is.
Oh,
I
boy.
got to Endo it. I'm sorry.
Endo.
Hey, at least you have a theme.
Hey, do you know how easy it is to pop a clutch cover by tipping over on a rock?
I did one last year, so I do know.
Oh, you do know. Okay, so
be very catastrophic as well.
if you're smart, you stop, before it gets catastrophic. But had you had a plastic clutch guard, besides your foot getting stuck into it, would you have not had the problem?
For this one, I probably would have still had the problem, but maybe not as severe.
Not as severe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Bernstein, he's with you, Trevor. He says he hates engine covers and swing arm guards too. I have that kind of stuff on a few of my bikes, and it's kind of for me it's a 50-50 because out here when it's dry and dusty, we're kind of running them through rocks and they're really beneficial. I hang on with my ankles, so I don't get stuck on that stuff. Like I get hooked up more on like things that are connected to the subframe or like the brake caliper covers, or frame rail covers will get hooked up on me. But if you're in a muddy condition, a lot of times those covers can actually do quite a bit of damage. Just from mud getting behind them and corrosion, and then or the mud getting behind them, and then when they vibrate a little bit, it grinds things down. So it's kind of a hit or miss with that stuff. I don't hate or love them. I think just use them as needed.
I will say I think they're kind of ugly.
Ugly, yeah.
Okay. So this individual did not give me a name, so I just went with the email address that was sent to me, which is a gguntrip173.
Right.
2017 Husqvarna FE250 Takamoto Titty Tail.
Titty tail.
Yeah, he spelled it correctly.
Spell it correctly.
Fork-mounted signal lights, stiffer fork springs, and Moto Z tires that are mounted, not waiting to be installed.
Okay. So is this a resubmission? Did he submit the bike when it was brand new with the tire? He said he was going to put the tires on, and we called him out for stock tires?
Maybe.
I'm just guessing.
We do get a lot of FEs and EXEs.
Yeah,
so.
I can't see. I mean, dude, I want to go riding there, number one.
Yeah.
But I can't see his bike. It's like
stock headlight too.
This is like being at the wet T-shirt contest and somebody forgot the water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It is white.
Yeah. It looks like a motorcycle's coming at me. There's a dirt bike with a front tire on it.
Those mountains in the background are really pretty though.
I want to go do some hill climbing and descents on those particular things there. What's the yellow? Is that a stock yellow piece of tape down on the?
Yeah, that's the graphics.
The new graphics.
That's the fork graphics on that fork guard graphics.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Like, I think I want to see a picture of your. I mean, I can't even see the titty tail. The titty tail may still be hanging on his wall in the garage,
not installed.
Yeah, or kind of like I alluded to. Like he's telling me about the bike, but I can't see the titty tail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Endo.
Trevor?
I can't see a clutch cover, so I got to Roost it.
Oh, that's okay.
We're here for it.
Going the opposite way.
Okay, so Brendan Springer Davis, I think, has submitted a few times.
Okay.
So here's another one, and this is quite the exhaust guard, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, those things are popular. Well, they were popular in South Africa.
All right, 2019 300 XCW. Lots of bling, protection, and fuel range with the license plate and freshly installed moose balls that are awesome from Taco Mike. Hyde Racing pipe and skid plate.
Hyde Racing, yep. That's a protector-orific. Have you ever seen how much mud you can pack into one of those things?
No.
Yeah.
Also has the clutch, like the engine, the plastic engine cover guard.
Yep. I know where Trevor's going with this.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you just something.
Oh, that is a metal front disc.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that the first thing I saw. He's got. If he just would have gone a little lighter, I don't know. Okay, so maybe he selectively chose which side to shoot this bike on. So maybe it was a little bit there. And then I'm going to tell you something about turning the handle. Trevor, do you ever shoot statics with the handlebars turned away from you?
I've
3/4 or side static.
Never tried that technique. No.
Never like what he's done here. He's pioneering new ground.
That's
with this angle. So this to me is, so let's say I was at the wet t-shirt contest, it's going off and I was on the wrong side of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm seeing here with this particular angle, should we say. I like the fact that his bike seems well used. He's got some, he's protecting it. I like that. What year again?
19.
I have one of those.
Like the bike, I like that ding in the silencer there. Look at that ding there.
Yeah, that's a well used bike.
I like this bike is used,
right?
But I can't get over. I mean, I can't get over that pipe guard.
It's like a big set of knockers that's just staring at you, and you can't see what's underneath there. I don't know where I'm going with all this stuff.
I don't know. I mean, there's something that it reminds me of, but it's a little obscure, and I don't think anyone would get it.
Danny Lawrence says points for the seal severs, legit. You know what?
Are they though?
I thought they work great until they don't.
It's kind of one of those things where half the time they really can help, and half the time they just pack more mud. It depends on the kind of the mud that gets in there. You know, they pack stuff in there. It's one of those things where I think it just depends on conditions, and some people have really good luck with them, and some people don't. So I don't know. I'm really the front disc guard is weighing heavy on me.
Big, yeah.
I kind of like the fact that it's a beat bike. If it had a chainsaw on it, it'd definitely be in the running. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know where I'm going? I'm gonna give him a Roost. I'm gonna give him a Roost.
I like what
more
Paul's.
Plastic than Kim Kardashian's rear end.
This is an endo for me.
Yeah, Paul, that's a winner comment for sure.
Comment of the night.
Yeah, comment of the night.
I'm pretty sure this is an endo for Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor, that was. I can't believe that there's a 4 out of 5.
No, we still 3 out of 4.
3
We
out
have
of 4.
one more to go.
More. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just gonna give him a Roost, even though he tried to sneak the disc guard by on me, but I'm happy with it. Okay, did we get somebody that actually puts their name and all the other stuff in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
All right, so this next one is gonna be from Alex Marucci. In 2021 KTM 500 EXCF, Tusk handguards with blinker, Tusk rear brake protector, Fastway exhaust end cap, Takamoto titty tail, it's spelled correctly, Takamoto get ECU.
Okay, so when you say spelled correctly, you're pronouncing it exactly like it's spelled.
Yes,
So
because it shows us who's the true listeners
right,
of the show.
Real listener of the show, and we definitely appreciate it. Hey, if you have submitted a bike and you're in the chat, that's worth some bonus points too, because you can come in and defend yourself.
Yep.
And then you can tell Trevor where to go with his plastic clutch cover thingamajigger, which this bike, Trevor's already just over there salivating. Roost.
Let's see, Takamoto get ECU, desmog, Cherby's 3.1 gallon tank, Polysport swing arm guards, Sweet Concepts comfort seat, Slavin's fuel tap, Go Land fuel filter, Molecule skid plate, double take mirror, Kenda Parker DT tires, bulletproof design swing arm guard.
Hey, Trevor, did you hear that? He's not running some K270 on the back, spinning and skidding.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I think he does. Look where his picture's taken. Have you been there? No, you're racing around down in that valley down there making dust, chasing dust.
That's, being dumb.
see. So Alex says he loves the handling and the power of this bike. Setup is for Northern Sierra Nevada dual sport and some desert. Thanks for making the podcast. Nice to listen to while driving for work.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening. Hey, I got to give a shout out to my boys down in Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
The Inside Line Moto.
Yeah. Are you going to do another show from there?
I need to, because I need to go there and learn some things.
Yeah.
And not pick on the owner's bike. Like we did last time. But no, if you're brave enough to listen to this show in your shop, that's a good thing. They try not to do it when there's clients in there.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes those late nights this gets them through, and then they might maybe they probably don't learn anything. I like the bike. I like the photo. Yeah, see, Trevor is out riding. Can you see the dry lake bed way out in the distance?
Yeah.
Trevor's like out there, like a quarter mile behind the guy in front of him, riding in his dust, chasing him. How'd you do at the whatever the last race you were at?
We finished.
You finished.
We finished.
Not very well though.
No, my riding was not up to par. Bike was good, but it was a rider error. So,
did you crash?
I crashed once, but I just wasn't really feeling the need to go as fast as it took to win or be up there.
Okay, no, okay. I like to pick on you. I like to pick on everybody, especially younger guys that are coming up. But that is the smartest thing that I've heard come out of your mouth all night. In all honesty, and I applaud you for that. I really do. I mean, kind of from the bottom of my shallow and rotting heart, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And when you're having a day like this.
Oh yeah, no,
that was good. Yeah, smart. I mean, I have those days all the time where and this is why I'm glad I don't have to race. Yeah, because some days you can't pin it because bad stuff can happen quickly. So
yep.
So you got the bike dialed finally.
It's getting better. That's not 100%, but it's a lot closer for sure.
And so you're back to that tire that spins, slides, skids.
Yeah, we might make some changes. We'll see.
Right on.
Where was that?
Okay.
Do you know, Jimmy?
What was that?
Where was that bike footer taken at?
Open it up again. Let me start.
It looks like Nevada somewhere.
I am going because he kind of said Northern Sierras
Nevada.
And stuff like that.
Nevada.
Okay.
And I want to say that's on the mountains it's up near it's to the, we'll call it the west of the Black Rock Desert. So you're actually looking down on the playa where the Black Rock where the Burning Man is. So I think I don't know. That could be. That's where I'm just guessing, just based on what I can see in the photo. But I don't know. There's a lot of dry lakes and stuff out there that are big. People are commenting on the Fastway tip. Some people like it and some people don't. I've had pretty good experience with them, especially when you kind of keep the quiet inserts into them. Mm. It's a less expensive way to kind of do a muffler swap. Although I don't really feel like the stock KTM mufflers need it that much until you really start, tuning the front end. I like this bike. I'm going to give it a Roost. Did he have a seat concept seat?
I don't think he lists. Yes.
It looks like
comfort seat.
Right. Yeah. What? Yeah, he's got some good sponsor products in there.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Roost. Trevor?
That's a definite Roost for me. Looks like a good
He could use a Trail Tech kickstand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a Roost for me.
Good. 3 Roosts. Now we're down to the point where there's $100 on the line. I have an idea where I want to go with this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let you guys try to talk me out of it, even though I don't know what I'm going to say.
Okay. So,
but I think just so people know, like, there is a way to win this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just have all of our sponsors on the bike. It should be obvious because we're just a shill for our sponsors. So there's no Yamahas, right?
No Yamahas.
Okay,
all,
so yeah, no Yamahas.
All Austrians tonight.
A lot of people had Taco Moto stuff on it. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. A lot of couple titty tails.
Right. That's that. And they're users. We're not looking at the gear, so we're not worried about Scott Sports or Climb right now. DDC sprockets. Didn't hear that get mentioned.
Nope.
Trail Tech. A little lacking on the Trail Tech products in that mix.
Mm-hmm.
No one had Fasst Company flex handlebars.
Nope.
Those guys. I bet you their wrists all hurt. Right, Trevor?
Absolutely.
Do you run flex bars?
We have them on the Honda, the desert bike, and
On the one that you're racing.
yeah. And I'm trying to figure out how to get them
that
more.
would be that would be for the RX when you modify the RX. That would be a really good mod for that bike.
Yeah, I really want to put them on. I just need to figure out how to kind of get the right bar height out of it. Because the regular bar is way too tall for me. Then the low bar is too low, so I need to figure out how to get some bar mount spacers to kind of bring up that.
Call Cole. He'll know exactly how to do it.
Okay.
Mike Pearson says he has a Trail Tech Voyager on his bike. Was Mike one of the guys, one of the submitted entries?
Mike Pearson probably is the first one, the resubmission one.
Or the resubmission one. Did he mention that? Did he mention that?
Yeah, Trail Tech Voyager.
Okay, good. Yeah, Seat Concepts. So we had some of those. Didn't have too much bulletproof. There was bulletproof on that
there's
last
a few
one.
bulletproof.
Yeah, bulletproof. That's good. And double take mirrors, of course.
Yeah.
All supporting the show, and so you just have your chances go up exponentially when you put our sponsor products on your motorcycle because they're all good stuff. The only reason they are sponsors of the show is because I do genuinely use those products and I can speak highly of them. And when you use something else, I'm not going to judge you like that much, other than you're not going to win this contest.
Right.
Okay, Trevor, what's your choice? Who wins?
I'm trying to decide if I go with the bike I like or the bike I feel needs the most help.
This is the world that you live in.
I think I might have to go with the guy with the big 2-stroke pipe guard thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe he could pull off that clutch cover thing, and he'll have $100 to buy a new clutch cover when he crashes on it, puts a hole in it.
Yeah. Matt?
It's tough for me. It's either Alex with the chainsaw or the last one because I think it was the best picture of the night too.
Yeah, the last one was a clean picture. The last one checked off.
It checked off everything.
All the things. But
yeah.
Here's where, and this is why this is easy for me because the chainsaw. The chainsaw bike. And whose bike was that?
That was Alex Heward.
Alex, okay. Because I'm getting ready to go riding someplace where the trails need a lot of chainsawing, and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to do a little bit of chainsawing, but not a lot because I'm not up there. But I might go up and do a lot because just circumstances will allow me to go do a lot. But I only have my little electric chainsaw up there in my motorhome right now, but it's enough to clear some trails and do some stuff. But yeah, I think the last bike probably checked off all the things. That would be the super close second, but I'm gonna go Alex with the chainsaw because I think since you kind of backed me up on this a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a tie for me between those two.
Yeah, and I do agree with Trevor. The guy with all the protection and stuff could use it, but I think the guy with the chainsaw could definitely use it as well. I liked it. I love it that people are out. If you're out working trails and when you're if you're a consumer, you're just out riding trails and never putting in any work. You're not even respecting what you do. You have no idea how much work goes into keeping trails open on the advocacy side, from going to meetings and doing all that stuff to actually physically working, trail on the ground stuff. So salute to him, and I appreciate that. So yeah, we're gonna send him a $100 gift certificate from Taco Moto, even though he didn't have very many of our sponsor stuff on there, but it was enough to win. And that's what life is all about, winning, right, Trevor?
Yeah, that's why my life isn't all that great.
What
I don't win much.
What place did you get?
We got third.
Third.
Yeah.
Okay.
At a,
And is it a point? It's a point series. How we doing? We're not doing too good in points, or
no, we were just kind of doing it as a shakedown before Vegas to Reno to just see
right?
how
And
the bike is working.
they're gonna have Vegas to Reno, right?
It's looking better, but we'll see. We'll see that Thursday or Friday if it actually happens.
How fast does your bike go? Is it fast enough yet?
Not yet. So we kind of
Not yet.
playing with some gearing next and some ECU stuff.
You know, there's a video. I have a video someplace of me going like 107 on a stock Sierra 450X.
I topped out 104.
So
maybe
what are you doing with all these modifications? I could take a stock bike and go faster than you.
Maybe my tire just spinning. I guess I don't know.
I would go riding right by you, and that was with stock tires. That was a totally 100% box stock, brand new Sierra 450X.
Those crappy.
And
you'd still want that?
what was that?
Even with those crappy Dunlop MX52s or whatever that are on there, you did that?
No, I think it was the AT81s.
Oh, they had 81s at the time.
I think it was the early one. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the first year. I don't quote me on that, but it was whatever. I took the bike from it was at Megala's ranch. I took it and I rode it over to my place in Weldon, and there was a dirt road, and I just sent it, and it was 107. I got it actually. You know what? Maybe when I did that, it was on pavement. It might have been on a little bit of pavement. I don't remember, but there's a video someplace. I'm just holding the phone up, going 107 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It was odometer indicated, not GPS, so I don't know how off it was, but
I think it's pretty accurate.
it was quiet.
Yeah.
Small opening. Small opening on the muffler means go faster. You should try it sometime.
I like stock mufflers on most of my bikes.
Yeah, the X muffler is probably not the most ideal. It does weigh a ton.
Yeah. We took that one off.
So, okay, Trevor, thanks a lot for coming on. Thanks for sharing the KTM opinions. Get those bikes and let's go do some riding someplace. Do you have any time off, or are you like racing every weekend? Or do you have one of those jobs where you have to make an excuse to go riding now?
I kind of got one of those jobs now, it seems like. I was actually I did a dent for John Anderson at W yesterday. We were talking about you.
Oh.
So
yeah, W wheels, really
Yep.
good. I got them on my Tenere. They're awesome, super round.
Yep.
Go make my little smaller diameter, made that bike handle better. You wouldn't believe where we took the Tenere. So pretty happy with it. I'm so happy with it. I might ride back up there and go to the Washougal National and then ride the Alpine Stars Ride Day for the new gear.
I think you should ride the Tenere on the track.
Oh, don't put it past me. I'll do it.
Maybe
Fully loaded?
No, not loaded. I take the stuff off.
Think you could beat
Do
Jet?
it. Do a I've got you in my pocket.
Yeah. Or no, do a head-to-head against Jet. See if you can take his undefeated streak.
What did I race him on? What was it that at the Honda intro? What I challenged him on a BBR or something like that? Or no, I rode the 250 and I passed him when he was on the little BBR bike.
Yeah, at was it Oregon or something?
In Oregon, yeah. So I passed Jet Lawrence before.
There we go.
Yeah, it was easy. I blew right past him. Actually, we were gonna put something on the Instagrams or something like that, but like Dwayne Brown, Carson and Dwayne didn't think it was a good idea because they saw what we were doing because they were doing something and we kind of went out and did something else. I have that footage someplace. One of few people. Yeah. So, hey, I have a question for everybody if you're listening to this, and I want you to think about it, and maybe the next show we can kind of go at it because everybody has an opinion on stuff. What the hell is Jet Lawrence doing to go so much faster than everybody else? What is his technique? Like,
Ooh, I might have an answer, but I'm going to stay quiet.
think about it. Like what is that guy? I watch it, and I'm pretty sure I kind of have it, but I'd like to hear what other people think. It's interesting because I know what Tomac was doing to go fast. I kind of understand his thing, and I've seen, and when I watch like Roxon and Sexton and even Jet on a 250F and Hunter on his 250F, they all have a thing. There's stuff that they're doing. There's things that they're doing, but like whatever Jet's doing on the 450, Because I watched it live at Hangtown, and now I'm watching it on TV, and it doesn't necessarily make sense. But anyways, so that's the question for next week.
It's fun to watch.
Maybe one of these motocross podcasts will answer that question.
Yeah.
The smart people. So,
do you think this would be if he goes undefeated? Do you think this would be more impressive than the other perfect seasons?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like equally as impressive?
No. I think I don't know. No, you know what's impressive about it is the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Making the bike ride all the time. To have 24 motos without mechanical stuff. Just the I don't want to call it the luck, but just all the things that go on that could cause it. First turn crashes, just stuff like that. So number one, I'm always more impressed. Like, okay, they got through without any sort of mechanical or anything that just had to slow them down. Health. Keeping your health together. So there's so much stuff that goes into it, and there's riding ability and talent. But that's when we go to this level of talking about a perfect season, it's so little about the riding ability. That's only one ingredient when you start looking at all the other things. But I want to know what the damn riding ingredient is, right, Trevor? You can use it.
I would appreciate that, but
okay. So we're actually.
We're gonna have to hop off here.
We're gonna get off of this damn podcast. We're gonna try to help out Trevor, and thank you everybody for joining in. You can always share this with a friend. Tell a friend. Watch our things. Actually, we need to get our viewerships up. They've kind of they've plateaued a little bit. It might be because we suck, but just if this episode and all the other episodes suck, just send it to your friend as a joke, and make them watch it. So with that, everybody, we're going to sign off, and we will see you out in the trail. Cheers.
See you guys.